Today, Saturday, the 24th of August 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to even more games, as well as top games to our over 1.5 and 2.5 goal match picks, straight win match prediction picks, and other events, then of course you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan and start to have access to all our hand-picked match prediction event. I'm going to put the link below this video description, which you can easily click on it and join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan and start to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions to take your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first match pick, we are looking at England in the Premier League, a match between Man City against Ipswich. For this event, first I want to share with you the recent game performance of Man City based on the recent game play they have had. First, they had a game against Chelsea. They had a lead against Manchester United in the Community Shield. They had a win, 2-1, and they have had major games, especially in the club friendly, and most of them has displayed a great goals match possibility, as you can see, 2-2-3, based on game played they have had. Comparing to that of its opponent, you're going to see that they have also displayed the possibility of them to have at least 1 or 2 goals in every game event. Now, looking at the performance of Man City at home, you're going to see that their performance rating at home is very, very good. Comparing to that of Ipswich, you're also going to see that they also try to score goals in every game they had. Looking at the stands here, I will share with you the performance rating based on the stands on the table. And here, you're going to see that based on stand, this particular tournament is just starting, and this is the second round of this play. And everything being put in place, we are looking at 2 major picks in this event in full time. Looking at this particular event, Man City have mostly had their games, especially in the club-friendly events recently, and they have displayed a very great form. They have had game played with very strong teams such as Barcelona, AC Milan, Celtic Glasgow, and also Chelsea. These are very strong teams, but of course, Man City have tried every possibility to make sure that it leads some of the events and have a greater possibility of goals. Now, looking at its opponent on the other side, their performance in the club friendly is not as great as compared to that of Man City, and the teams which they have had event against is not as stronger teams compared to that of Man City. And also looking at the play rate of the performances they have had, Man City have mostly had games, especially in the club friendly, and also looking at the fact that this tournament is just starting, which is the second round. Of course, Man City being a team which has had games with very strong teams, they want to try every possibility to see how they can climb above on the league table to have a better position as compared to that of its opponent. And everything in place, we want to look at Man City to lead this match in full time, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goals in this event in full time or 2.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next here, we want to look still in the Premier League England, but this time a match between Tottenham against Everton. First, the performance of Tottenham based on recent games they have mostly had results or games in the club friendly, as you can see, with very strong teams such as Bayern Munich, and you can see Bayern Munich again, and also you can see K-League Stars, and also against Vissel Kobe. Looking at that of its opponent, which is Everton, they have had games with Roma and Preston, and also against Coventry, which are teams not as strong as the teams that have had games against Tottenham, like Bayern Munich. Looking at the performance of Tottenham at home, you're going to see that its recent event they have had with strong teams like Bayern Munich, as you can see here, Man City, as you can see, and also Burnley. Comparing to that of Everton, you're going to see that they have also showed result of scoring per every match, as you can see here, and everything in place. We want to look first at the stands here, and based on the stand, this is just the second round as well of this tournament, and each of these teams will be fighting to see how they can have point to stand on good position. And everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular match event play, Tottenham have had games with stronger teams like Bayern Munich, and as compared to that of its opponent, which has had game with teams that are not as strong as that of games had by Tottenham. And looking at the performance of Tottenham, they have tried every possibility to make sure that they secure at least 1 or 2 goals per every match based on the club-friendly event they have had. And since this tournament is just starting, each of these teams want to try their every possible best to perform. But of course, looking at the form performance of Tottenham, we want to look at it to lead this match in full time, as well as looking at the possibility of at least 1.5 goals for this event in full time. So those are our 2 major picks. Tottenham to lead, or the possibility of at least 1.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next here, we want to look at Inter against Lecce in the Serie A of Italy. For this event, Inter have mostly had games in the club friendly, as you can see here, and their performance against stronger teams like Chelsea, and as you can see here, Al Ittihad and also Las Palmas, comparing to that of its opponent that had games with also strong teams like Atalanta, which they had a lose, against Lecce, as against Monopoly here, Mantova, and also against Nice. And looking at the performance of these Inter Milan at home, they have shown a great performance based on the home game they have had. You can see 3-2-3. And looking at that of the away performance of its opponent, you're going to see that they are not as great as compared to Inter. And now looking at the stand, this is just the round 2 of this tournament, and Inter is coming home while Lecce is going away. And everything in place, we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. Looking at the performance of Inter based on recent events they have had a greater form as compared to that of its opponent. And also the performance rating of Inter comparing to the gameplay they have had with stronger teams as compared to that of its opponent. The teams they have had games against, especially that is Inter Milan, have had games with stronger teams as compared to that of its opponent. And looking at its form, which is going to come to the round 2 of this tournament, which is just starting, Inter want to try every possibility to see how they can maintain a point or take this point to move further ahead of the league table. And since this tournament is starting, they want to try every best to see how they can secure a win in this match to grab that 3 points to stand on a better position on the league since it is the starting of this particular tournament. So want to look at Inter to lead this match in full time. Also, if as well the away team wanted to impress, then we want to look at goals possibility to come in, which we are looking at 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we are looking at Greece in the Super League, a match between AEK Athens against Lamia. For this event, I'll share with you first the performance of Athens. They have also mostly had games in the Conference League. As you can see, they have displayed great result in the Conference League. Looking at that of its opponent, they have also mostly had games in the club friendly, as you can see here, with teams like Volus, Pansericus, and also Sparta Rotterdam. Looking at the stands, you're going to see that this tournament is also just starting, and this is the second round. And everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in this event in full time. The home team, AEK Athens, have shown a greater result based on games they have had. And they have mostly had games in the Conference League, and they have displayed great results as compared to that of its opponent, which has mostly had its gameplay recently in the club friendly. And the teams which the home team have had game against are stronger teams as compared to that of its opponent. And also looking at the last head-to-head event these 2 teams had on the 19th of May this same year, Athens actually played at home and lead by 3 goals to 0. This time Athens is still coming home, and looking at the fact that its performance rating in the games they have mostly had in the Conference League have displayed a great form. They want to bring this same form in the second round of this tournament in the Greece Super League, and we expect AEK Athens to lead this game in full time, looking at its form, which it has displayed in the Conference League they have recently had. And also looking at the possibility of 1.5 goals is the next possibility for this event. Looking at the next pick, we are looking at Portugal in the Premier League, a match between Benfica against Estrela. For this event, I want to share with you first the performance rating of Benfica, especially games they have had in the Premier League itself. They have shown a good performance, and also in the matches they have had in the club friendly, as you can see, with stronger teams like Brentford and also Celta Vigo and also SC Ferenc. Looking also at that of its opponent as well, they have shown also a good result based on recent gameplay, especially also in the club friendly. And now looking at the performance rating of Benfica at home, they show a greater result comparing also to that of Estrela at the way, which also show that they also try to score based on recent events they have had. Looking also at the stands of these two teams on this particular tournament is just in the round 10. That is the third round of this tournament, and each of these teams want to see how they perform better to have a better position. While Estrella is in the 14th position and Benfica in the 8th position, and Estrella will also want to impress. And everything in place, we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, these 2 teams have shown great performance and form in recent gameplay they have had in the club friendly. And also, looking at the last event, which Benfica had against Brentford, Benfica show almost of equal strength with that of Brentford, having a 1-1 result. This same Brentford also had a game against the opponent Estrella, and Estrella actually beat Brentford by 3-1. For this reason, we don't want to give Benfica a straight win for this event, but looking at goals possibility here is the best option. Since Estrella was able to trash Brentford 3-1, but this same Brentford had equal strength 1-1 against Benfica. And since this tournament is just starting as well, these 2 teams want to impress to see how they can have good points to go more above the league table. And as a result, goals possibility may be high here. So want to look at 1.5 goal in full time, as well as the possibility of 2.5 goals in full time. And to those of you who want to access even more games, then of course you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan to have access to all our hand-picked match prediction events to take your winning to the next level. The link is below this video. You can easily click on it and join to access all our hand-picked match prediction, which we share to members only, as well as members only posts, which will provide match prediction picks 2 to 3 days ahead of time so that you can take advantage of it, and also of the huge odds to take your winning to the next level. Check the link below this video description and join. And good luck, and see you again in the next upload. And bye-bye for now.